We're in the most impoverished area of Dallas. Over 70% of children under the age of 5 live below the poverty line.
When we go to school, it's negative. When we come home, it's negative. That's how it is. We can't do nothing about it.
This past December, I decided to not go back to school.
I didn't get to graduate because of a mistake, and I ended up getting shot.
I dropped out of school.
Growing up is kind of rough. You don't find too many positive things to do.
I look at this data all the time, every day, and I'm tired of it. I'm tired of seeing how bad we're doing. I'm tired of hearing gunfire, seeing kids running and ducking from gunshots, seeing another shooting or another murder. And I'm more than tired. I'm angry. I'm upset because things didn't just happen like this overnight. This has been happening for a while.
We was really all in a bad situation, and we needed some guidance.
They haven't seen something come into their community that was worthwhile. They haven't seen someone like them from their community come home and say, hey man, I understand, I'm just like you. Let me help you out. Let me point you in the right direction. Let me give you some guidance. That hasn't happened for a lot of people.
Some of the people just need somebody to pay attention to them, because we are seeing some of the talented, bright people go down the drain because they are not challenged to do something that's worthwhile.
I've been shot at, and all I was thinking, is this supposed to be like this? Is this how life is?
As a kid, gunfire was something that was normal to me. I didn't realize that kids were going to school without metal detectors at their school, that there were other people who didn't have, family members and friends that were incarcerated.
I have no type of communication with my mom, and my dad just got detained. ICE came to our house and just took him. He has court to see if they're gonna deport him to Mexico. I gotta work because I got a little brother I need to take care of.
I don't want these problems to exist. I want to be able to start removing some of these layers. Well, I'm a firm believer that all students can achieve if given the same opportunities. Fort Oak Cliff is a community organization that started out as a back-to-school festival. Our mission is to provide education and also build a culture of education within the community, help people to get outlets to jobs, job training, and adult ed, as well as educating the youth and giving a safe space for people to come and convene. Our work is based in the Super Block. The Super Block is mostly made up of the 75216 zip code. So I was explaining my work to one of the elders, telling him what I was trying to do, what we were trying to create. And I kept saying target zone, our target area. And he said, no, what you creating is a super block. And that's what you need to call it. You want to create an area where you can drive something. So in the super block, we can say that we're driving education.
Most of the people that we see that's walking the streets or just got out of school that don't have jobs, if they had something worthwhile to do, they would do it.
We have the GED class that is taking place right now. We have child care for the parents. They're in that class. We've helped to raise the voter registration rate in this community. We work towards getting pre-K enrollment up because we know that that first few years of a child's life is most important, their brain building. We've also supported some of the schools in this area, organizing their parents, advocating for them, for particular policies within the district, because we understand that in order for things to really change, it's going to take some policies to change for systemic change to happen.
You have to have a place-based, community-based strategy. You have to know the people. You have to listen to people. You have to know what people in this particular neighborhood need.
If it wasn't for Fort Oak Cliff, I don't think I would be in a good position. I would either be in jail or in the grave.
This is something that's an emergency to me. In order for families to grow their social mobility, we have to get our parents employed. And once parents get employed, get educated, and start having and buying into that culture of education, we'll start seeing real change within our communities.
And so neighborhood community-based organizations like Fort Oak Cliff are needed and necessary.
We want to turn this facility into a state-of-the-art place where people are excited to come into, and they're proud of it as well. A place where people can come in and use the internet and talk to different people about how they want to further their education.
Before we met Taylor, I was on a bad road. I wanted to escape that. I met him, he had this going. That was the best way out.
I want to change things. I don't like hearing kids talk about living in poverty, and they don't even know they're living in poverty. The statistics are one thing, but what do the people behind those numbers look like? What are those stories? Like what is it like to talk to a kid who tells you, I haven't eaten except for when I go to school, or I only got $5 for me, my brothers, and my sisters for the whole weekend. My parents gonna be at work. Or the kid who my dad, got killed last week, and I'm in school this week, and I'm getting put out of class because I'm saying I'm misbehaving. You know, that's the stories that come with this data.
I have not met a young man like Taylor who is brilliant and has the training that's necessary, and he probably got a lot of his discipline and his drive about Oak Cliff from his grandfather. His grandfather ran a store in the Glendale Shopping Center, and he had that kind of drive and he had that kind of sway over the people. You could almost call him the mayor of this Glendale area. And now for his son to go off to school and get 2 degrees and come back and work in the neighborhood and reaching out a helping hand, if that is not great, I don't know what is. Somebody that's willing to come bring his talent. When you go get a couple of degrees, you could really go off and just get you a job and come home every night and maybe watch the TV, but he is committed so that this neighborhood, the people that live here in Oak Cliff, will see great things in the future.
And I just want to be half of the man that he was. Everything that I saw and learned from him still resonates in me now. I want the youth to buy in and say, I want to be like Mr. Torrance one day. If I didn't see my grandfather doing that, I wouldn't be doing what I'm doing right now. He let me see the magnitude and the impact that one person could have on an entire community. So if I saw what he did by himself, I just think, what can I do collectively with others?
It is no question that Taylor Torrance is on to something with his For Oak Cliff. For the first time in all of these years, I have not worked with anybody that had a better handle on what is happening and with some ideas about making it better. I saw him go and get young people that were on the street standing around hanging out. In short order, he had them wanting to work with his program, and within months, some of them even with jobs.
You have to be in the community, be in relationship, in proximity to the people who have the need. And so we think that that's why For Oak Cliff is essential, particularly for this area in Oak Cliff. Community moves the needle and relationships move things down the road that wouldn't otherwise. And we think that Taylor is the epitome of that.
And since we've been here in this space, I've seen the community change around us and grow around us.
Without For Oak Cliff, I wouldn't be able to pursue my goal or take care of my family.
By him, helping us out, now I'm able to go to college this August. For Oak Cliff is bringing me to new people every day. One thing I'm gonna do, I want to make For Oak Cliff even bigger. It could be for Massachusetts, for Washington. That's where I want to take this. So I just wish some of my brothers and my friends would be here to experience this with us. Some were locked down, some were even dead, but I know I gotta keep going for them.
He making it better for us to be here. It's like a new world.
They are the future, and I'm convinced that our future is bright.
We can succeed through education as long as we're given the same opportunities and put on the same playing fields and have the same network as others. Because if we have that, then I know we can thrive. I'm from here. This is my neighborhood. This is hard work for me. Your investment will save somebody's life, literally. I've seen it happen, and it'll become hard work for you as well.